Hi there, this is Omega Supreme. Did another Transformers toy review. This time I thought I'd have a look at a couple of Beast Wars figures. These ones are Robot Masters. So you can see in the background I've got a load of other figures there as well. We're going to be looking at Optimus Primal and Megatron. So it's a joint review. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long to go through these guys. They're fairly basic and quite easy to transform, so it shouldn't take too long to go through each figure. Just as a size comparison, these guys kind of a small deluxe size. They're a fair bit smaller than the original ones. So just to show you, I've got Starscream here, and if I pop him just in front there, this is the Legends class figure. So you can see there, he's Starscream's obviously a little bit smaller than him, but Megatron and Optimus Primal aren't big figures. I haven't got any other Beast Wars figures to hand at the moment. They are bigger than the basic figures, but don't know, a little bit smaller than the deluxe ones. And here's the little Waspinator here as well. There, so you can see him in there. Right, let's have a look at Megatron first, shall we? Right, let's move Optimus out of the way for now, and so show you some of the bits and pieces that come with him. So he's got this little card that comes with him, and he's got his tech specs on the back here. So it says he's a Destron, so that's because it's the Japanese one. There you go, and you've got all his technical data there, and the Beast Wars thing there. You've got his instructions as well here, so you've got all of that. And now what I don't have, we both have the sets of instructions. They did come with DVDs, which I've got rid of obviously because they were in Japanese. Optimus Primal, that's his card as well there. I've got the actual card for Optimus Primal. So I've got some of the box for it as well. There you go. But I don't have the one for Megatron, so I'm not sure where that's gone. But anyway, here's Megatron. So just give you a close-up of the head sculpt first of all. See, there he is. His head is on a ball joint, so you can move from side to side, look up and down, move all around really. So he's got really good head movement in there. He's got some nice detailing around the front here and on the legs. His mouth opens and closes. You can see he's got a detailed, got his tongue and everything in there as well. So this one doesn't have the kind of water pistol feature on it. You can rotate this round here. You've got a bend here and at the shoulder here as well. And this also moves around. And same with the arm here. Then you've got a bend here at the arm. And he has actually got a fist there which you could hold a weapon in. Alternatively, he's got the tail which you can hold in there. Legs bend backwards, you've got a bend here and also a swivel there, so you can get some decent poses on him. He's got some articulation on the feet here, so that bends, and he's got a heel here. He's got a couple of little blasters that come out just here as well. That's kind of how he is from the back. The one thing I do find on this is these bits tend to catch against these a little bit, which isn't too bad because I found on this one his left leg is really quite loose. The other one's absolutely fine, but this one's a bit loose. So let me just pop him down and get his other weapon. So he's got this bit here which is his tail. What you can do is you can open this bit up. A bit like the original figure, you can hold it like this, so it's like a claw hand, and what you do is you just put his fist in there. I don't know if you can see that. You just pop it in there. You can kind of close that up if you want to. Then you can kind of have him like that if you want to. I prefer him with it off. To transform him, first thing you'll want to do is you want to close this up, just because it's really hard to then close it in with it all done. So there's little tabs here, and these will go into here. Just tab that together so his tail's done, and he transforms very much the same way as the original. So what you do is you kind of pull this chest bit out here, and then you want to bring these bits around and swivel it round. You fold his head down in, so that's in there, and then these side bits come round. Move his legs out of the way a little bit. That's it. And fold this bit down. Do the same with the other leg. Just move these bits out of the way and fold it in, and it should click in like that, and it'll peg in either side of the head as well. There's a couple of little holes like that, so it all clicks in nicely. See, I mean, you've got screws showing on this side, but so it's probably best to, if you can display them on this side here. It's got its little hands here which are on ball joints. Move those around, and then last bit, you want to tuck these bits round like that, and then the leg is going to swivel around like that. Same on the other side. Bring this bit in and swivel it around. So you've nearly got him done, and then you want to come around the back, and where his fist is here, you want to get his hand in there. Pop that in like that, and there you go, and then you've got him in beast mode. Size comparison again. Here he is alongside Starscream. So he's probably a little bit taller in beast mode, I think. But certainly there is a lot of detail on him. He does look very different from the original Beast Wars Megatron. He's obviously not as big, but he's a little bit different. The only thing is it doesn't fit great in terms of scale against the other figures. But you know, if you're a Beast War fan, you might be into this just to have it on display. So that's him. I'm going to pop him to one side, and we're going to have a look at Optimus Primal next. So here he is. I'll give you a close-up. Yeah, so you can see it's got a good head sculpt, and you can see the mouth actually in there. His head's on a ball joint, but you haven't got the movement forwards. So you can move it up from side to side, but you haven't got as much head movement on him. Arms, you can move them up and round. It sort of stops a little bit of movement here because these huge shoulder pads. These bits on a swivel round here, you can bend them forward like that. He holds the sword in here, it just plugs into his hand. He's got some nice detail on the front of his chest here, and on the sides on his leg here, so he's got some nice paint apps on him. Other things to show you is if you pull this up, a little gun will pop out. That's just on the little spring. You can kind of move it out and around a little bit. It's a little bit tricky. It's mainly supposed to stand in there. I think you've got the same on the other side. If I swivel that around. Yeah, so you've got the same again on this side. You've got blasters that come around from the back here as well. So, oh, and you notice he's got what look like boosters at the back here. So I've just pulled that bit off, but it does come back on fairly easily. Then you've got the blasters that come forward like that. So it's pretty decent. His legs, all the joints in this one are really stiff actually, so especially on his legs. You can move it out and around, bend it right back forwards. You can move his toes back, and it's got the same kind of heel support on this one as the original, which is kind of the gorilla feet. And the same on the other side again. The joints on this guy are super stiff, even though he's been out and played with a fair bit. So yeah, probably this one's probably the stronger of the two in robot mode, I would say. I'm just saying that mainly because the my Megatron has got the loose legs and the bits catch on him and things like that. This one's pretty easy to transform. You get this back piece, you fold it back in. You don't have bits to cover that up like you would do in the other one, which is slightly odd. So I don't know why that is. And then you peg that bit down, so that just stays in there. The head is the same, so you kind of move his head back out of the way. You fold this in and back round just to reveal the gorilla head, and that clips into there. You put these shoulder pads down like that, and kind of move these forward to his gorilla arms. His waist swivels round like that, and then you want to tuck his back foot in here on each side, and then you can bring his legs back and tuck it in like that. And there you've got him in beast mode. So the colourings on this guy are slightly darker. On the original, these bits here and these bits around his face, you know, it's a different mould obviously, but these bits were quite a bit lighter on him. But yeah, there he is. The only thing, his swords don't hold anywhere. Yeah, there's no kind of storage for him as far as I can see anyway. But yeah, that's him. There's some other ones that I've got to review shortly. Now I've had a few of these, this one here for a little while. I haven't got around to kind of reviewing him yet. So this is Burning Convoy. So he's basically looked exactly the same as the one I've just reviewed, the Optimus Primal, apart from he's like a bright red. So he looks like he's got all the same features as the other guy. He's got gold swords though at the back there, and he's got a blaster gun, which I'm sure the other one doesn't have, but you can see he's got the same pictures on the front here, so we haven't changed the box. There's bios on the side here, and this one does come with a DVD as well. And if you turn it back around here, it's got a slightly different layout on the back here. You've got the pictures in the back here as well. Let me show you that as well. Interesting, they show Megatron down here, and he looks slightly different to the one that I've got, so I wonder if there's another one. So I've not seen that one, but I have got some of the other figures. Basically I bought a lot of these the other day, which I was pleased with. I think it's about 25-30 quid. So I picked up this guy here. He's called Wingstun, is it? Yeah. So it's Decepticon. So I'm going to review that guy here. Looks like he's got some decent light piping on him. And you see on the back here, his robot and his thingy mode here. I'll just do these quickly just so you can have a look at them all. This one as well. So he's called Psycho Orb. That's quite cool. So that's another Beast Wars one. This one here, which is a Road Rocket. He's got a feature where he's got kind of a light up weapon. This one, which I've already opened up, and he's called Double Face. So you can see this bit lights up. So when I got that in properly, you see that the exhaust lights up at the back there. So in robot mode, that's his gun. And last but not least, one here, which is Bound Rogue, which I'm going to review as well. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Let me know if there's any other kind of toys that you want me to review or anything. But unless I hear otherwise, I'm going to be reviewing these Robot Masters next. Cheers guys, see you soon, bye.